I'm Estelle Brink and I'm with Jericho Walls International Prayer Network. In the previous session, we discussed two ways in which the enemy attacks believers and how to discern and identify it when it happens to you. Today we will come to look at two more such attacks. Please watch that session if you have missed it. The third attack that comes our way is the fight to hinder you in progressing in God's call on your life. When you look at your life, your gifts and talents, the things you love to do, then you will understand that God has given these to you. But it may also be that there are things that you've been waiting on God for a long time, but it has not yet come to pass. What can be some of the reasons? Firstly, it is possible that you have a habit to procrastinate all of the time. Or, secondly, that you struggle to do or finish things God spoke to you about a long while back. Thirdly, it may also be that there is a matter that just doesn't break through, as if there is a continuous delay or always yet another thing that needs to be done that leaves this matter unfinished. Once you've pinpointed any of these realities in your life, I want you to know that the enemy is using different things, even your personal weaknesses of lack of discipline or whatever else, to fight and hinder you in progressing in God's call and will for your life. This is not going to turn around by itself. It will require deliberate prayer, perhaps even fasting for spiritual breakthrough. Now is the time to lay hold of God for these things. Now is the time to ask Him how you can go forward, even if it starts slow. Whatever the situation, you need to make work of it. Perhaps you have to more intentionally schedule times of prayer. If it's administrative work that's lagging behind, just take time that's necessary and sort it out once and for all. If it is to spring clean that needs to be done, take a week and clean out the house. Stop putting it off. Tackle it. It may just be that it is the bottleneck that stops and delay everything else. You have to take up the necessary responsibility on your part to break free from the delay while praying at the same time. If the matter is delayed spiritually, you may have to take a time of fasting and prayer to hear from the Lord the reason for the delay and to overcome whatever resists His call on your life. Proverbs 28 verse 1 says, "The righteous are as bold as a lion. So, be bold and be strong. Resist the enemy and he will flee from you." The fourth attack is very hard to admit to, and it is a sure problem coming all of our ways. The enemy wants to capture your fascination. What do I mean by fascination? Now, the definition of fascination is the state of feeling and intense interest in something. So my question to help you identify this attack on your life is this: what is taking up most of your time in your mind and in your thoughts? I'm not speaking about you being busy at work. Rather, what is it that fascinates you? Is it watching videos on Facebook or TikTok or YouTube, or constantly watching or reading the latest news or sport? It's not wrong to watch a video or to read the news, but if it takes up large chunks of your daily time, you have fallen into the trap of this fight for your fascination, for your interest, that which interests you. Satan wants to occupy our fascination with many different things, so we'll keep on putting off spending time with God. You will find this working actively when you sit down to pray. Don't be on your phone all the time. Short before long, all your time with God will be gone and you just want to check one more thing. So put away your phone when you spend time with God. My dear friends, I cannot begin to stress enough how important it is for us to get victory over these 4 areas in our lives. Literally, the breakthroughs we so desperately want and need hang on overcoming these. Once you break through and spend more time in focused prayer, When you are more focused on the Lord, you will also hear His voice more clearly. You will have more understanding of His will and His purpose and desire for your life. And you will have a desire to pursue it in prayer. You will have less doubt and fears, and you will know what He is calling you to do. I implore you today, what are you willing to do to break through in these matters? It is absolutely possible to see God's favor on your life and that which He has called you for in a greater measure. He wants to give you breakthroughs even more than you want them. But there are spiritual battles raging, and when you partner with the Lord in prayer, these battles can be won. I want to invite you to write down the things that captivates your mind this week. Bring it before the Lord in prayer and ask Him to help you overcome every distraction, everything that captivates your fascination. Pray for the Lord to truly become your first love and your fascination above everything else. Next week, we will look at what you can do to position yourself to overcome all these challenges in very practical ways. So please do not miss out on that session.